Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Taurus. If Taurus is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, Taurus. And so tonight we have the 9 of Discs, which is all about gain, about things really coming together, really. So love this card. I'm always so excited to see it. Plus the colors of it are my favorite. So it's beautiful. All right, and we're going to go ahead and see how these tea leaves kind of go along with that energy. And I want to go ahead and say thank you for deciding to click on this reading. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back, right? I was going to say welcome home. Welcome back to the channel. I hope it feels homey here. All right, so we're going to start with, it looks like it says IUT, or maybe it is IVT, and I don't know if this is an abbreviation. It might be even like, somebody's name, or the word could be, jumbled, right? But the T is the big one. The T is the big one there, okay? So that's important. Now, we also have a big question mark right here. And I want to look at the T on the side a little bit here. It looks like a dog. You can see the head here. Here's the front leg. Here's the body and kind of the leg there. Now, it really, in my mind, immediately I thought of like a stray dog. A dog that's like whining. You happen upon it, on the road somewhere, or he comes up to you in your yard and it's not looking great, it might be a little malnourished or whatever it is. And immediately your heart is just, of course oh my gosh, this baby, and I almost feel like, I want to say it's symbolic, right? But I almost feel like I just feel like it's like a starving for attention, right? Like this is that, like I feel where things at one point all made sense and everything was going well, something happened, right, along the way where it's like the family broke up or the relationship somehow got in this pattern of not talking, not engaging, being distracted with other things, or even kind of feeling the effects of, being a child that went through maybe not like officially neglect, but feeling like you were not noticed, you were not heard, you weren't thought of, you were like an afterthought, right? And I think a lot of people, especially like in my age group, generally, Generation X and Millennial, I think I'm technically a millennial, old millennial, but I think a lot of people grew up feeling quite neglected because everybody's parents had to work, right? Our parents' generation, which might be your generation, was so busy just trying to make ends meet, It was maybe the first time, at least in Western culture, where everybody in the family had to work just to figure out how we're going to pay for things, and so on. So kind of a feeling of maybe at times anyways, feeling not enough, not understanding, like, how could somebody treat me this way? Like, what is it about me, that nobody stays? Or what is it about me that nobody cares to check in on me, or you know, maybe like even you're like married and you can't even remember the last time they asked you, how are you doing, how was your day? It's just kind of gotten to that point of like, you know, talking and passing about, oh, what's for dinner? Okay, all right, yeah. You know, grumbling at each other. And, you know, feeling kind of isolated in your own life, alienated in your own life. Well, okay, we also have the illuminating candle right here when we have the question mark right above it. And I feel like this really is kind of like, I'm coming to an understanding. There's some clarity here. I'm starting to see where I might need to make some changes. I'm starting to see where, you know, maybe if I, you know, do these different things, I devote myself to my own self-work. I start working on my own self-love. You know, I start allowing myself to be proud of the things that I am doing well at, right? Where I do excel. I feel like there is a real sense of growth here. And that's where that gain really comes in. Now up here, we have a dog as well, right? This one looks big, beastly, right? Powerful. Now we also have, it looks like a person holding maybe a plate or a bowl, some kind of offering. And I feel like this really is kind of the mother archetype. Maybe it is the actual mother. Maybe it is you mothering yourself. Maybe this is, you know, the universal mother, a goddess or an entity that has that energy. And I see you really almost like taking in sustenance through this relationship, this love. And that's what it is. It comes down to love. Love, unconditional love. Support, those positive affirmations, right? Really getting in there and letting it soak in, letting it help heal and build you up and becoming that, I mean, just courageous, brave, fierce being that you are, right? And not only that, the dog, which is one of my favorite animals, both in life, but symbolically as well, because there's such a sense of devotion and loyalty. And I feel like in this cycle, in this year, it's all about devoting yourself to you, being loyal to yourself, choosing in your favor versus choosing against what you know you want, need, should choose, or whatever, in favor of somebody else's needs. So I really feel the power in your life returning. And that's you. And that's you doing that. This is some really deep self-work. And it's not always easy. But I see you really gaining so much momentum in your life as you are saying, no more. I'm not waiting for scraps. I'm not waiting for somebody to make me feel worthwhile. I'm not waiting to see if they're going to treat me well and that'll make me feel special and I'll have a good day then. I'm not waiting for anything. I am going to get what I want. I'm going to create that energy in my life. And I feel like that's exactly where you're at, exactly where you're headed. Now, we also have a hole and a shovel. We also have two people running towards each other. Okay? Now, Up there we have, it looks either like a large S, but also looks like money. I mean, it looks like the money symbol, at least the, you know, American dollar. I see you having a close partnership with somebody in this next year or so. It might be that you're meeting somebody new, maybe, and with the hole and the shovel, I was gonna say you're putting old things to bed. Like, you're done. Maybe you're leaving your relationship, maybe the job you have, the environment that you've been working in, your friends group, or, you know, whatever. I don't know that it's exactly that. I kind of almost think that it has something to do with putting something aside, saving, right? Like having your little treasure that you are creating and putting something away, squirreling it away, if you will. So I do see you kind of coming into a place where you will have a reserve of resources, if it's money or, you know, other things that you might need. In that partnership though, I just feel a sense of love, excitement, being around somebody that makes you think about, what if, oh my gosh, we could do that we could really do this, you know, that kind of feeling. So I see that. Now, up here, I also want to show, we have the star, right? The star. And the star is all about our goals, our big dreams in life. So I feel like you are getting out of a mode of just surviving and going through the motions to really working on those dreams, those goals, accomplishing things that maybe you never thought you were going to be able to, right? And I see money coming as well. That's the big thing. Money will be coming. All right. So this is all good news. And the gain, you know, that makes sense to me. So we have a lot of good news. Okay. So it looks like we're working on some kind of path. And I don't know if that's literal, like if you're putting stones in the ground, you know, like stepping stones, or if this is about, you know, really like changing your life and changing the path you're on. Or I even wonder if this is about taking the steps and planning out the steps you need to get to somebody. And I feel like that's part of it, is there's a union. Okay. Now above we have the sun. So I feel like this is really blessed by that fire energy, that life-giving energy, that thing that animates all things. And I feel like, you know, at times you worry, am I giving up a part of myself? Am I giving up, you know, this old life that I've had, and am I doing it carelessly, and this kind of thinking? But ultimately, I feel like you are really being led by your heart and your intuition. And that, I think, you know, sometimes, yeah, it might not work out exactly how we want it to, but it is never wasted time or effort if we are following our heart. Okay? Now, let's do our 3 lucky numbers. Okay, we have number 61, 61, number 69, 69, 61, 69, and it looks like 89, 89. All right, awesome. Now we're going to finish with our self-care affirmation cards, and I'm just going to stop where it feels right. And it says, wanderlust of spirit. I follow my spirit on its wanderlust, guided by intuition and character. I trust myself to journey freely. And that's what wanderlust is. It is kind of just like the love of wandering, okay? So That sounds pretty great. All right, Taurus, I'm going to tell you I love you because I do, and I thank you so much for spending this time with me. It's always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. Also, if you want to leave a comment, I would love to hear from you. All right. I love you. I love you. I love you. Take care of yourself. We're going to talk in a few days. And good night.